Well, guys, it's Thursday night, and doing a little race prep, and yeah, pretty exciting stuff, really, because you know, for those of you that are ultra runners, you know what I'm about to say. You get the bug, right? You get the bug. How many of y'all are guilty? Raise your hands. I want to see your hands. How many of y'all are guilty of going on Ultra Signup and you start looking through the races to find the next race? I know you guys are. I know you've done it. Don't lie. Don't be lying to me, and definitely don't be lying to yourself, because I know what you've done. Because, guys, I'm guilty of it. Yeah. So I've gotten on here and I've been looking at some races for this year, and I originally was not going to even consider any races, because I was going to change things up. I was going to do the stubborn mule in June, and that was going to be my focal point. But how many of y'all know when you have an A race or an A event, you've got to do some events leading up to it, right? You know, you got to have some stuff. You got to have some events leading up to your A event or your A race to get you prepped for that big race. And so, been piddling around on Ultra Signup here, and have found a couple of events that I'm going to go ahead and I've pulled the trigger on them. Call me crazy, call me sick in the head, call me a little of both. I am running a race at the end of this month. So in 3.5 weeks, I'm running the Greenleaf Trail Race here in Oklahoma. It's a 12-mile race. So that'll be a good, just kind of a good warm-up, right? To let me know how my conditioning is, let me know how I'm doing physically on the running on the trails, which I haven't done a lot of, but it'll let me get a good idea of where I'm at and be a good baseline going forward. The first race up on the docket, as I would say, I've signed up for March 6th in Pretty Prairie, Kansas. Now, Pretty Prairie is actually not too far from where I grew up in Kansas. We actually played Pretty Prairie in basketball when I was in high school. I forget what their mascot was, but we did play Pretty Prairie a couple times in different tournament games, and after I graduated high school, Pretty Prairie then became part of our league. So it's within about an hour and a half, probably about an hour of where I grew up. And this particular race is the AltraDog 40. So the AltraDog 40 miler in Pretty Prairie, Kansas. Here's the thing. It's gravel roads. It's going to be a beast, because the thing is when you're in the Flint Hills in Kansas, now I know they're not big time hills, but they are rolling hills, and they roll and they roll and they roll and they roll. I have ran many races in my home state, mostly up in the northeastern part of the state, and they're not killer hills, but as I've learned, when it's farmland and it's the rolling hills, it will start to wear you down, and hills for miles is going to wear you down. It's been around for a couple years. I know that you know, as they say, it's low key, low cost. There's also an option for a 25K if you want to run it. It's the 40 miler is a short out and back from Main Street plus 3 13.1 mile loops. And so, as us runners know, 13.1 is a half marathon. So there's a short out and back on Main Street, and then 3 half marathons. So that out and back is going to be roughly, so you got 3 13.1 mile loops, so that's 36.3. So you're looking at about 3.7 miles for the out and back on Main Street. So a 3.7 mile out and back on Main in Pretty Prairie, and then 3 half marathon loops to complete the 40 miler. The next one is up in Independence, Kansas. Now, Independence is close to where I went to college up in Kansas. It is the Flatrock 101. It's on April 24th, Saturday, April 20th. Okay, so the Flatrock 101 up in Independence, Kansas. It's a trail race. It's a good race. I know that from what I've heard, but I am running the 50K option. And so it's a lot of caves, and it's a beast from what I hear. But I hear it's a really great race. I hear it's a lot of fun, and I look forward to it. I look forward to running it. It's a race that I've never ran before, and I know that it'll be a good course. Right now, there are only 8 of us registered and entered for this race, so that should be good. There's two, including myself and my age group. So not too bad. I'll take it. It's a smaller race, and I look forward to it, though. So the Flatrock 101 in Independence, Kansas, it's a 50K, and it's a trail race. I look forward to the trail races. It is the first and the oldest trail ultra in Kansas. It's along the Elk River hiking trail. It's accurately measured. That's a forest trail that winds through unique limestone bluffs, rock formations, and picturesque vistas. It's mostly single track. It's out and back, very rocky, but no long hills. And when they say very rocky, that is not an understatement. It is very rocky, and there's lots of rocks and roots to deal with. It is a brutal trail race. So I am signed up for the 50K version of that, and that is going to put me to the test. And then the next one after that is Possum's Revenge, a 56K in Grafford, Texas. I knew nothing about this race. It's part of the Texas trail racing over Texas, the trot. You get the trots. It is Saturday, May 22nd, the week before Memorial Day. So it's gonna be warm. It's gonna be hot and humid, most likely sticky. South Texas. Possum's Revenge trail run is on the varied and great terrain. That sounds, yeah, varied and great terrain on the Possum Kingdom Lake hike and bike trail system, which is located 90 miles west of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. The trails have a variety of terrain that includes mostly double track trail with some sections of single track. The course has some great climbs to see the amazing Possum Kingdom Lake mixed with rock, roots, and great trails. So I am doing the 56K, which is just a tad over 50K. So that'll roughly be about 35, 36 miles roughly. And so I picked the 56K variety, and that is Saturday, May 22nd. There is one other race that I'm considering that's not in this list. It is a race that I've done 2 times now. It's here in Tulsa. It's the week after the Alpha 40, the AltraDog 40. It is the Snake Run here in Tulsa on March 14th. And they have a 3-hour and a 6-hour race. I ran it last year. I did the 3-hour, and I got just right around 17 miles. And it's a good trail race. It's relatively flat, and it's a beautiful course through the trails at Turkey Mountain, one of the places that I train on a regular basis. And it's a fun place to run, and it's a local race, so lots of friends that are there, and it's like a big family reunion. They have the 3-hour and the 6-hour varieties. It is like I said, it's a flat course for the most part. It's pretty quick. It's a pretty fast course. Now, granted, there are rocks, there are roots, but it's flat. It's sand. There's a lot of sand mixed in with it, so it's a flat and sandy single track, and that's why they call it the Snake Trail. It's on the upper west section of Turkey Mountain, and it's one of the smoothest rock and root-free trails on Turkey. Now, there are rocks, there are roots, but there's not a lot of them. It's just, there's a mixture. There are little sections sprinkled in throughout the course where you'll hit those areas. But that's why I like it, because I've taken my mountain bike over there and I've ridden on it, and that's why I like to ride on that, because it's, for the most part, it's quick and flat. The Snake Run, it's a 3.75 mile out and back segment, and then a half-mile loop. And so you go out and you try to do as many out and backs as you can in the 3-hour or 6-hour segments. And if you feel like you can't make the cutoff for another out and back, then you do half-mile loops, and you do as many half-mile loops as you can until you finish and the time is expired. So it's a fun course, and I enjoy it. I've ran the 3-hour 2 times. I have not done the 6-hour. I don't know if I will do the 6-hour. I'll probably settle for the 3-hour again. The 3-hour, it's a good combination. 3 hours on the trail, it's a good amount of time on your legs, and it's just a great training run, honestly. And for me, that would be like I said, the week after the Alpha 40. My legs are going to probably be pretty trashed from a 40 miler the week before. So 3 hours on the trail would be a great recovery run. And then finally, June comes around. I may sign up for something later on, but I don't anticipate it. June 26th, Saturday, June 26th, as I've talked about before, it's the Stubborn Mule Endurance Race. And guys, I'm telling you, it is going to be something that the Stubborn Mule Adventure Race in Washburn, Wisconsin. Okay, it is a 30-hour. You heard that correctly. It is a 30-hour. We chose that. My teammate and I. It's a 2-person team. You can do it individually. You can do it 2-person, 3-person, or 4-person teams. We're doing it as a 2-person team. You can do a 5-hour, a 12-hour, or a 30-hour. And we're crazy enough, we chose the 30-hour event. If we're going to travel to Wisconsin, we're going to make it a race worthwhile. It's 30 hours, and it's flat water paddling, mountain biking, orienteering, road biking, trekking, and then land navigation. And then there's some team challenges and mystery events that are speckled in amongst that. But the 30-hour event, you are biking between 65 and 85 miles, trekking, orienteering, and land navigating between 18 to 25 miles, paddling for 16 to 25 miles, and of course distances are estimated and subject to change, as they say. The race is part of the Wisconsin Adventure Racing Series. It's I don't really know anything about it other than what we've seen on videos. And let's just say, when you're orienteering and navigating in terrain with a topographical map and a compass, that's it. If you guys have watched the World's Toughest Race on Amazon Prime, that was hosted by Bear Grylls this last year, that is where we got the passion and the desire to go and do this challenge. Yeah, we got motivated to go and do adventure racing after watching this series, and we signed up for this. We signed up. As you can tell, I really got to ramp things up on the biking aspect of things. But as you can tell, I have ramped up the races, and I'm going to be ramping up the distance for running and hiking and doing all sorts of trails, because I'm going to have to do that in this event. I look forward to you guys following along with me in this adventure. I'll be filming as much as I can and documenting the training leading up to them and during the races themselves, and then giving a race review. But guys, I really appreciate you joining me tonight, and I hope you guys got something out of this, and I look forward to it. I'm excited. I'm excited to share it with you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free. Please drop me a comment down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when new content comes along. And guys, I look forward to you guys reaching out to me, and I'll be happy to reach back out to you. So guys, this is Scarecrow Runner, aka Anthony. Have a great night. We'll see you guys down the road.